Hey Libra, thanks for checking out your weekly forecast for March 15th through the 21st. This is going to be for Libra, Sun, Moon, and Rising. If you happen to stumble upon a video outside of those dates, don't you worry, my dears. You fell upon it when you were meant to, when it was time for you to receive the messages. Keep in mind, these are general readings, so not every single message will resonate for you, but take what does and leave the rest. So without further ado, darling Libras, let's get right on into it and see what is coming up for Libra, Sun, Moon, and Rising. So your first card here is the King of Cups. Okay, some of you could be dealing with a water sign, but those of you who watch my readings know that the weekly forecasts are about you and focusing on you and your energy. Okay, I know that a lot of people see King of Cups and they equate it with love and like, oh, you know, marriage and all that. And that can be something that some of you are calling in. But again, I keep the love reading separate on my channel and you can check those out linked in the description after this video. So the other ways that the King of Cups is going to apply here is going to be, it could be a quality within yourself, characteristic within yourself that you're cultivating at this time. Okay, Libra. So sometimes for me, when the King of Cups comes up, it's the person I'm reading for is in a situation where it's been challenging for them finding the balance between, you know, being there for other people, helping them, being generous, versus like getting taken advantage of. And that's the thing about the King of Cups is he's nobody's fool, right? He can be very generous, he can be very giving, but it's also going to be case by case, and it's also going to be a situation where he's looked at the situation carefully, and he's not going to be taken advantage of, right? So it's kind of like that firm but fair parent energy, right? Like, okay, yeah, sure, you can borrow the car Friday, but you have to finish all of your chores. You have to make sure that you put gas back in the tank. You have to wash it, right? So there's certain requirements. So some of you Libra might be in a situation where you're helping someone, or you have abundance that's coming in and you're being more charitable, but you're also being better about establishing the rules here, right? The rules, the requirements, the expectations. So some of you are becoming better at being able to express your expectations to others, and you're breaking out of that cycle of, you know, well, when I'm generous, I get taken advantage of, and when I'm cautious, people accuse me of being selfish or stingy or greedy, and you're finding that balance. Okay, you're finding that balance. I also feel, Libra, that some of you are in this energy where you're kind of longing for connection or to be around people. Maybe not necessarily romantically, but just in terms of you're feeling like you want to have relationships in your life. Like I said, I'm not focusing on love and romance in this reading, but you're thinking like things that matter, friendships, family, right? And so some of you maybe are kind of lowering your walls, or letting people in, and feeling the desire to be expressive, like to express to the people in your life that they matter to you, right? That you care about them. So I feel some of you are moving more into the heart space, okay, and being more expressive about your feelings, and wanting to establish closer connections with the people that you care about. You're like, well, life is too short. Am I really letting my loved ones know that I love them? Am I spending quality time with them? So I kind of feel like some of you are focusing your attention on cultivating those important relationships to you. Your next card here, Libra, is the Tower, okay? Now, this is a card that a lot of people don't like to see. It can be positive things and positive experiences. In general, the Tower card is a situation that is pushing us out of our comfort zone, and our life is forever changing. Now, I don't typically pull clarifiers in the weekly forecast, so I'll pull clarifiers when I do private readings for people. But because I know the Tower is a card that freaks a lot of people out, we're going to go ahead and pull some clarifiers here around it for you, Libra, and get a better idea of why this is coming up for you. Why is the Tower card here? What message does it have for Libra, please? Please show us clarifier 1. Please show us clarifier 2. Please show us clarifier 3. Why is the Tower here? Okay, so clarifier 1, we have, ooh, 7 of Swords. This confirmed that King of Cups message for me just now. It just got real. 7 of Swords. The Lover's card. And the 2 of Swords. Okay. Now again, I'm not going to go into love and romance in this reading, but I will say there's one of the storylines I'm seeing here in the card. Some of you might have a committed relationship, you might have a marriage, and there could be somebody that's looking kind of good, like kind of tempting you. But if you go for it, this is a situation where somebody feels like they're going to benefit from you or they're going to get something out of you. They may even have some financial motivations here. For some reason, I'm feeling that with the 7 of Swords. And you might kind of damage and lose a stable relationship, a committed relationship for someone who's pretending to be something that they're not. Okay, that's all I'm gonna say about that. I'm not gonna focus too much on love and romance in this reading, but know that if you have a temptation right now and you're in a committed relationship, that temptation is probably not going to be worth it for many of you. Again, this is a general reading. The Lover's card can indicate here having to make choices and decisions, and you may be sacrificing one thing for something else. The 2 of Swords and the 7 of Swords tells us that that sacrifice may not be worthwhile. It may not be what it seems. Okay? So I feel like here, this line that you're drawing is going to bring somebody's true colors out, and there could be a Tower moment within a relationship where you're ending a connection or you're ending a partnership as you're becoming more balanced in your generosity. I feel also here, Libra, that some of you are being very cautious about not revealing to people what's going on in your life in terms of how much money you're making, or like maybe before you were more open about those things, or maybe before, like if you had money come in, you would treat yourself, or you would get yourself something nice, and now you're like, well, not that I'm doing it to be flashy or to draw attention to me, but let me not display what I have. I feel some of you are being more cautious. I also feel, Libra, that some of you, this is a very interesting message, and it's not going to be the case for every single one of you. I feel some of you are thinking about your assets and what you have, and how you're going to be bringing money in, and you're thinking about like what you're going to do with it in the long run or in the long term. And those of you who are like thinking about the future or preparing a will, I feel like you're making changes to a will and you're not telling anybody that you did that. And I feel like some of you are maybe leaving a small percentage to children or to loved ones, and you might be giving the majority of what you have to some charity or some cause. For some reason, I'm feeling that for some of you as well. You might be doing it cautiously, and you're like, well, these people are going to be in for a surprise, one day. But I feel for some of you, there's something where there's changes being made to a will, and the majority of what you have, you're deciding that it's going to go to who you feel really deserves it or who you feel really needs it. The next card here, my dears, is the Knight of Pentacles. And the Knight of Pentacles is staying the course, being consistent. It can also indicate slow and steady progress. I feel here, though, the energy, Libra, with a lot of you is you're just wanting more stable, calmer energy in your life, and you don't really have patience for anybody who's making big, flamboyant, decisions or gambles or risky behavior. I feel like you're just wanting to have consistency, predictability in your life, like not being so adventurous. And so with this Knight of Pentacles, I feel like a lot of you are looking to get settled down. Okay, settled down, maybe possibly even in a new environment. Maybe you're somebody that you worked really hard and you wanted to be in the action where everything was happening. You wanted to be like in the center of town where there was the nightlife and all that kind of stuff. And now circumstances being what they are, right? We're living in different times. And some of you might have been more introspective, and you might just be thinking in general that, hey, you know, even if and when things go back to that, I don't want to be in the center of the action. I want to be somewhere calm. I want to be somewhere chill. I want to be more responsible with what I have. I want to take my money and my you know my life, and I want to do it in a way where I'm making better use of it. I'm being more responsible of it. I'm able to make it stretch farther or last longer. I feel here too with the Knight of Pentacles that some of you are um, in a situation where you're being pushed to hurry up and to do something very quickly. You're being pushed to invest or commit into a situation. It could be a romantic relationship for some of you. It could be somebody trying to tempt you or trying to rush you. It could be a business proposition where somebody's saying, "Oh my gosh, Libra, this is a big deal. This is going to be such a great payoff, and you know you got to invest aggressively." I just feel like you have somebody in some aspect of your life trying to get you to like hurry up and go all in. And with the Knight of Pentacles energy, I feel, Libra, like you're listening to your intuition, you're listening to your gut, and you're like, you know what? I don't want to rush. I don't want to make any sudden moves. I don't want to take any big gambles. I'm going to go at my pace. I'm going to go at my pace. I'm going to explore this possibility. I'm going to see where it goes, but I'm not going to rush. I'm not going to jump in head first. I'm going to do it my way, in my pace, on my terms. So I feel, Libra, like you just have this really calm energy. Maybe before you would get frustrated or annoyed, and you're not fazed by it. You're not fazed by it. Like you're just continuing your path as you see fit, and you're not feeling pressured or you're not rushing yourself. You're taking things slowly, right? You're going out into these new experiences. You're open to them, but you're not going into them with an energy of fear or desperation or like, oh my gosh, I'm running out of time. You have a really good sense of like, you know what, it's going to happen as it's meant to happen. I'm going to do the work. I'm going to be consistent, but I'm not going to rush, right? So I feel this really calm energy. Your next card here, my darlings, is the Page of Swords. This card came up for Scorpio, and it came up for them in terms of having to have a situation where there could be a parting of ways, okay? So maybe the Tower moment for some of you, there could be some something here that's being worked out with a Scorpio, and I only say that because that card came up for them, and they had messages in that reading that I feel could apply to this reading. Now you may have a Scorpio placement, and that could be like a confirmation for you. It could be your moon, or your rising or replacement. However, let's put that aside for a moment here. Focus on you guys. With the Page of Swords, okay, this could be gathering information, doing your research. I will tell you, for you guys, Libra, though, I'm getting a little bit of a different vibe, a little bit different of a caution. Because the Two of Swords is jumping out at me here too. And the Two of Swords for me is a card that sometimes comes up as like a heads up, like to be cautious that there's potential for a Tower moment. If we're procrastinating or if we're not listening to our intuition, some situation could become a Tower moment, right? And so we had this come up as a clarifier for the Tower. Now the Seven of Swords and the Page of Swords and the Two of Swords makes me feel, Libra, like you need to be cautious, because of these two cards make me feel like somebody's trying to gather information about some of you online or on the internet. They could be watching what you're posting online, and then they're going to want to try to go and make, stir drama, or, talk about it, or create some kind of gossip. Oh my gosh, did you see what, Libra put on Facebook or Instagram or Snapchat or YouTube or whatever it might be? They might kind of be trying to like stir kind of trouble in that way. Or it could be someone who is trying to get information about you by creating fake profiles. Sometimes people will do that, unfortunately. It's somebody you know in real life, and they might try to be getting information out of you, so they'll pretend that they're somebody else, or they'll create a fake profile and get you to accept a friend request so that they can access your stuff or see your stuff, see what you're posting, and try to kind of use it against you in some kind of way. So I would just say, Libra, be cautious of who you're talking to on the internet. I know sometimes it can be easier to vent to someone you've never met before, because there's kind of like this safety or anonymity, right? Like, oh, well, they don't know me. They don't know the people that I'm frustrated about. And so it could feel like a comfortable place to just kind of vent. But some of you may be talking to somebody that you actually know, and they can be using that information to cause problems or to stir up trouble. Okay, so be cautious and be aware. For some of you, this person's going to try to get you to meet up in person. Again, be very cautious. Don't meet somebody up in a place where it's not safe. If you're meeting somebody, follow the common sense rules. Make sure it's in a public place. Make sure it's during a time of day that is safe, right? That there's going to be people around in case it's somebody who is not safe or stirring up trouble or drama, right? Chances are that this person will decide not to meet up with you or come up with some kind of excuse when you stay firm with that, right? They might be like, oh, well, come over to my house, or, oh, well, meet me at this hotel, or like something like, no, why don't we meet at that coffee shop, during the day when they're open, right? And this person might try to say things to you like, well, I don't think that's a good idea because, well, we can't go inside. They don't have the dine-in. We can't sit anywhere. It's okay. We can go for a walk around the block, right? Well, where there's people and stuff during the day. We don't have to go inside and sit down. Like, they might try to make excuses why it's better to like meet up in a deserted place or empty space or something like that, but don't go for it. Okay, Libra, I feel for some of you, somebody is trying to create a situation to pull you into drama. They might think for some reason that you have a lot of money, and this is sad, but like desperate times call for desperate measures. And so they may be trying to like extort you in some kind of way, or blackmail you, or bribe you in some kind of way, where it's like, look, either you give me this money, or I'm gonna, show people these pictures, or I'm gonna tell them that you said this, or you said that, and I have the receipts or whatever. So just be careful and be cautious what you're telling people, right? And if somebody's trying to pull you away into an isolated situation, Libra, you guys are smart. Don't fall for it. Don't do that. Okay. For other ones of you, you're preparing to, like I said, surprise some people in your life by not giving them what they're anticipating or expecting from you, right? But I feel this energy of like keeping your cards close to your chest, regardless, whether it's like you're going through plans and you're keeping things to yourself, or someone's trying to get information about you. I feel like right now the best thing for you guys is laying low, right? Like not making any sudden moves, not making any sudden decisions, not being risky, not taking gambles. I feel like it's just a good time to go your pace and listen to your intuition right now, Libra. Okay, don't let the people around you rush you or hurry you. Be sure to check out your moon sign and rising sign videos. Some weeks will resonate with you more than others. You may need a private reading, which I'm more than happy to do for you. If you go to calendly.com/amethystangelite, you can schedule a private reading with me there. And as always, if you're looking for love and romance, you can definitely watch the love readings for March. Those are linked in the description as well. Thanks for watching, my darlings. Bye.